So we're gonna try that viral TikTok nail video that we saw. If you haven't seen it, it's running TikTok right now. But me I can demonstrate to you how to achieve it. Or I think I'm going to do a separate video because I've thought about something else which is a little bit easier. Yeah. So I'm going in with Pretty in Pink and Tiffany. Tiffany being the turquoise color that you're seeing, and Pretty in Pink being the pink, right? So these are two old colors that I have, so this is the perfect two. These are the two perfect colors to use, even though it's very opposing colors, and it took me a little while to blend. Very pretty together, but took me a little while to blend. So we're going to do half and half as best as we possibly can. As you guys can see, it's not quite half and half. So I want to use the pink to kind of try to balance that back out. I was just overlapping a little bit much. There's a lot of things that I could have done differently with these nails. You know, as you go along, you learn something. So I definitely want to do another video like with a different, around 3 different type of ways to achieving this type of nail design. It is, I'm not going to say that it's hard, no, I'm not going to say it's easy. It just takes a lot of time. As I have explained, if I don't know, I'm not quite sure if I'd explained, but two opposing colors tend to pose a little bit more challenge to your blending. So I would highly recommend you doing something that is closer to the color that you're using. So if you're using pink, if you're using this Pretty in Pink, you use something on the lighter side, or something, don't use something that is so opposing like what I'm having right here, because it was giving me a little trouble. Especially if this is your very first time attempting this design, I suggest you working with simpler colors on the same side. So if you're using a pink, use a lighter pink. If you're using a blue, use a lighter blue or a darker blue. Use colors that are similar together. Don't use colors that are not similar, because it will take you a little time to blend, especially if it's not coming out the way that you want. You will blend till thy kingdom come, right? So the other thing is that once you blend these opposing colors and you leave them alone and move on to the other nail, the colors start to melt into each other, and you'll start getting that nice ombre in between the both of the colors. So we're going in with a second coating on the nail. The very first coating on the nail should be a very thin application. This is if you're doing two colors on the opposite end of the color chart. If you're doing colors that are similar, it really you don't need to do a second coating on it really. You understand where I'm going? Depending on the type of illusion that you're going for, to be honest with you. But I mean, it's optional if you want to do one coating at first and, you know, another, that's fine. Yeah, but I definitely recommend you going in with a second coating with two colors that are very apart. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and apply half and half once again. So we deliberately want to apply the color overlapping each other at this point, and then we're going to blend. You're going to see this nail coming together with a lot of blending. I'll be blending with my nail art brush, blending it, you know, just to keep it in the middle with both of the colors, you know, trying to get that one color in the middle. Just blend. So I'll blend one to one side, and then I will blend to the other. So I'll be blending to the middle. So I'll go as far as to the turquoise and be blending it from the, what hand is this? I'll be blending it from the left to the right, and from the right to the left. So the second portion should be a seamless blend, because the very first application that you made with both of the colors, it should have been the one that you almost fine-tuned. Yeah, and then we overlap with the second coating and blend for a little bit. Let that settle for a little while. So once you leave the colors will start melting, if I didn't say this earlier, but the colors start blending by itself once you leave it. And we'll cure that for 60 seconds, and then we'll go in with the French part of it. So we're going to create it. So we're going to use the colors. So where we put the Tiffany, we're going to put the pink, and where we put the pink, we're going to put the, no, I'm saying it wrong. Where I put the Tiffany, I'm putting the pink, and where I put the pink, I'm going to put the Tiffany. And then I'll try to create my semi-line. I mean, this one of the hardest parts for me, because I struggle so much with symmetrical stuff, ensuring that things are even. And then make it worse, I was using 2 colors, so that took a lot from me. Even though it didn't seem like a challenge in this video, it was taking a lot, because I was like, I want to ensure that everything is even. I mean, that should not be the focus point, but that was the focus point for me. I am very heavy, meaning I do a seamless smile line on one side, and then the other side is not as good. I don't know if you can note it in some of my French, especially when I hand draw it, especially on myself. I tend to be a little lean on one side, but that shouldn't be a problem. So I'm here creating my smile line, after which I perfectionize it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just blend both colors. This part was quite easy, but my main concern was the colors on the opposing side. So the pink was a little bit translucent, so I was seeing the Tiffany. So yeah, I mean, that's not a big of a deal. I mean, everything adds problem to where it becomes a challenge. So yeah, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I blend these colors. This part was quite easy. I also went ahead and cleaned up around the nails, and then I'll go ahead, I wipe the sides. Like, if you note that I wipe the sides, so there's no bulking of the colors off the nail, because that don't look good to me. So yeah, so I also went in and kind of touched up the further portion of the nails with each of the colors, because if you look at the base of my nail, there's some tense, the colors are tense there, and I didn't want the colors to be opaque on the French side. So I'll go ahead and use the brush to kind of intensify each of the colors a little bit better. So this is optional. This is not something that you must do. If you like it like that, clean up, cure, and top coat. But I felt as though it tied in the design somewhat, and it's not necessarily an opaque version of this nail design here. It was actually a tense color based on how I applied. So I wanted everything to tie in together. You don't see it when I did that portion, but I mean, this took me a hot minute just to create the French using different colors. It took a lot out of me, because I was going back and forth, cleaning up, checking each side just to ensure that the two of them match up properly, going in again, using the different colors to carry up the smile line a little bit. It was a lot going on, and after I'm comfortable with whatever I did, I will then go ahead and blend the 2 colors together. This part was easy, as I said, because there was already foundation there with a fading, and I didn't have to do much fading in between the 2 colors. And as I said, once you do adequate fading, ombering on the nail, leaving it to settle for a little bit, the colors start melting. So that was good. So I will then move on to the other nail. I basically did the same thing, did a light application with the 2 colors first, because I was not going to draw on the colors, because I'm not comfortable with that. I don't know if I have videos on here where I do go in with this, do the techniques that everybody is doing, and I feel that it's so hard. So I stick with what I'm comfortable with. I'll repeat the same steps that I do on the other nails on this hair nail. This one was ease breeze, because you know, when you do something so much, it then become at ease. So yeah, so this nail was pretty easy. I blend together, clean up, ensure the lines were symmetrical, they match, everything was together, and then I go ahead cure these nails, remove the tacky layer off the nail, and then I went ahead with my top coat. Look at those nails, they are bomb, them look good. So look out for another video to come. I think it's going to be a little bit more in depth, or it's not more in depth, but different ways to achieving this type of look. I'm going to try the one with the acrylic. So you're supposed to apply acrylic, then cure. So you apply gel acrylic and then cure that. So it's almost like a a fuzzy type of feel, and then you use the 2 colors of your choice. Blend, and that should be an adequate blend. Cure, and then you're going with the smile line area, the French area, whatever, and then blend, do your French line, blend together, cure, top coat, and that should be fine and dandy. But I have another one that I want to try, so I'll try 3 ways, so I'm excited about that. After I apply my top coat, cure a lot, you know, the cuticles. So these are the nails. The nails are looking bomb. 2 very challenging colors, but at the end of the day, it turned out so pretty. I'm in love with this design, so prepare to be sick of me. Prepare. It's going to be a lot more designs like this. Hopefully I don't go back on my words. I hope you guys enjoy this video, you learn from it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below if you have not already done so, and follow me on all my socials, that's Instagram and TikTok, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
I told you I'm not here to mess around, and you've been acting too mysterious. You didn't think I'd go, but do you now? You never took me seriously. You don't have the time for me. I don't have the time to please you. I'll pack all your things away. You're welcome. Broken promises that got me out of work. I'm leaving and I'm never coming back. Don't wanna deal with you, don't wanna feel for you. It's your loss. Broken promises that got me out of work. I'm leaving and I'm never coming back. Don't wanna deal with you, don't wanna feel for you. It's your loss. I never really liked the way you dressed. I guess